which case I will leave for a moment.
Are you getting it via drone? That would be cool. It'll be just like Fifth Element, except, with small drones instead of ginormous hover cars.
I mean, anyway. Good job on the recap. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Alright.
We got locked in a dungeon. We're trying to escape.
Something about bone demons or something.
Gad is foolishly trying to fight the big bad Death Knight dragon dude alone and just started pulling out the whip. Nyx and Lucian busted out of their cell by using a fucking elephant figurine and destroying the anti-magic orb or whatever that was in there and using it to break down the chains and doors.
Mm-hmm.
Zuzia and Todd, the one true pairing, it seems.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Managed to slip. Well, Zuzia managed to slip out of her bindings with the crazy good roll. Oh no, she used Misty Step to start a fucking merry chase down the hallway. After which Ta literally just hulked out and broke his chains off of the wall and started choking and killing the torturer who had entered the room.
Par for the course.
And threw him at the Bone Devils.
I believe, Ty, your arm manacles are now off, but I think your legs are still kind of,
Yeah, my hands are. I don't think my legs are yet.
No.
Or,
Yeah.
wait,
Your legs
we
are still
We were
bound.
just starting to head towards
failed the roll.
the. Oh, did she? Oh,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It was the 15.
oh yeah, didn't she break her pick? No, that was I don't know.
And
More importantly, she stuck her head in the room where the bad person was and was like, "Hey, we're free." Thanks, Trappy. Thanks so
yes.
much. Lost the element of surprise. No, it's cool.
And Dice is with his dearly beloved? Question mark?
No.
Who knows?
No,
Family
no,
member.
No, that's no.
Sister.
Don't go there. But yes, having a family reunion.
It was very, very vague.
Well, Jawar known to keep it in the family.
That's fair.
It's entirely untrue. By the way, I did make a mistake last game. I
Only
said
one?
I made a few, but this is the important one. I said Dracolich at one point, and that is so.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
Dragaloth
Okay, that makes more sense.
is the one that I meant to say. I was very tired. I am very tired now. But Dragaloth is what I meant to say. So Zuzia and Dice actually heard the Dragaloth thing. You know what it is, Thunder, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing you actually do know what it is.
Yes.
Zuzia, if you want to try to make a roll, you can try to find out what a Dragaloth is.
Imagine that's Arcana.
Yeah, Arcana or History, either one, I'll allow.
Okay, well they're the same, so.
Okay. 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 From a 13, you're not sure what it is, but it sounds bad. You're not very familiar with Drow Society. You are familiar with the Underdark, but this is a little above that pay grade.
Okay.
But yeah. Let's see. So then we have Dice sitting in the throne room sort of thing that's going on here with Arira. However the fuck you say. I hate you so much for these names. I mean, I love the names, but my god.
They're authentic. Thank you very much.
You're not wrong.
Hey man, if he wants to call people oregano, he can call people oregano.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
This is true.
There we go.
So yeah, it is kind of buried in there. I guess I can get a little list if you want, but
Yeah, well, for the moment it's fine. I've got
Alright.
what I need for now, I think.
they're honestly not that hard to pronounce.
I know. It's more of
You're
He's
tired
just
and they
dumb.
have more than 2 syllables.
Yep, that's the one. So you guys are running down. So yeah, you saw two bone devils rather coming from either side of the hallway. And as I said, you guys saw something kind of odd about them. One, they had this sort of brand of the Sulcry on them, but then they had a further sort of like burn mark over their on their right, sort of where the heart would be if it was on the right side of their body. And it has been thoroughly blacked out. Almost looks like how would I describe it? I mean, it really does look like a burn mark to the point it's like blackened and it's nasty. And there's my food. So you guys, most of you are in the hall, can kind of decide on what you want to do. I'll be back in a second.
I would like to finish pulling out the whip of Vorgorad.
Well, you can't
Wait,
tell you what happens
You don't have that.
I do. You said the
That's in
same
the
thing
bag.
last week. I have it. I found it
When-
while I was
since
in
when
there
have
when you
had that?
stuffed
It
me
was
in there.
the bag. Oh, well, nobody removed it then. If you take something out of the bag, just take it out
I
of the
did.
list.
It's not in there.
I'm looking at it right now. Whip X1, Vorgard, Life, Steel, makes wielder prone to evil.
Well, I fucking have it, so I'm gonna take it out of there.
Well, then yeah, I'll.
There we
edit it.
go.
Fine.
Now it's solved. Now, but solve it earlier in the future. Prevent it
Yes,
having to be
please, thank
solved.
Because I was just going over what my options were for weaponry. Not that I was going to use that.
Me and the elephant will take this way.
Yeah, I think Dice and Orira are still in their cell, but they'll probably be coming out soon. Gad, you wouldn't have to be with the group, would you?
Fuck no, I'm facing fucking Chorgus right now in the hallway
That's okay.
alone
Also, why?
because he was standing
'Cause he's
outside my
dumb.
cell waiting for me to die.
Also that.
Yeah.
Also,
gonna
as
say-
far as I know, Zuzia, I think you and I were heading towards the clamoring of
Mm.
the elephant last I knew, because like we saw the two bone devils, so we were heading.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just
they've
gonna-
sort of bottled you a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll be back.
I will point out, none of you have your weapons. Those
So
are-
as
elephant.
as we're running, I'm gonna pull Vorgard's great sword out of the bag, which is a great sword +1, which I don't know if that's the same to hit as Song of Timur, because that would make it easy for not having to change anything. But if I'd have to change it,
I can tell you in just a second. No, it's one less than Temur.
okay, I think I can
Temur's
just.
+2.
Oh yeah, I can. Okay, cool. I can just drag it in. That's fine.
Does Lucian and Nyx have any sort of handicap not having their focus?
They can't use spells with material components, but
Yeah, that's the only real thing.
Okay.
It does make it a little bit tricky for the moment. However, yeah, so you guys are, like I said, in the hallway. Dice,
Mhm.
before we get to everybody else and this
Oh.
giant cluster,
I've got a component pouch.
yes, it was taken from you.
Oh.
Weapons and that sort of thing, those were taken from you guys.
But the bag
Um,
of holding wasn't?
Apparently.
The bag of holding, they didn't get a chance to take it yet.
Oh, good.
That was on the list. But yeah.
And
they
now you're
take my
just getting the
trinkets.
magic users.
Yeah.
Oh, I
'cause
should've put the
gimping
gnome in the
weapon
bag.
users.
He probably had some good stuff we could have taken later. Oh well, it's fine.
All right. So
quick question: did they take my trinkets?
your trinkets.
The 21 random magic toys that I have.
Oh yeah, from when we almost
they
killed
didn't.
him. The friendly little
No, but they
gnome.
did take your dagger.
Okay.
And they would have taken your component pouch as well. Or
Okay, don't have a
focus?
component pouch, just have my instrument.
Okay, they would have taken your instrument. In fact, weirdly, you would see the instruments are sort of laid out near the throne, sort of sentimental at the moment for a certain someone,
Mm-hmm.
aka dear old mom.
Does that mean I can just go up and take them?
Yeah, you actually could. You are the only person that has that ability currently.
Huzzah! I go up and take them, and as I do so, I'm just kind of sort of bring Orira up, sort of walk her over, and as we're walking over to grab my instruments, I say, well, we're getting out of here one way or another. Out of curiosity, if we put some shine back into those old gems of yours, would we be able to, or do you have any, juice left, out of curiosity?
I'm not going to do voices quite right yet, but you do hear sort of in that, like really hoarse, very tired voice come back to you a little bit. But, and you can kind of see her sort of like motion or like sort of like rub her stomach a little bit and say, but this thing is taking a lot of my power currently.
Well, I know a cleric, and while he may not be open to the idea, I'm sure I could do some convincing. Anyways, let's get going.
Okay. So you guys will head down. The matron mother has disappeared, as far as you can tell. All right. So that's just so I know where you're at, and what you're doing with Orira or whatever. For the moment,
I'm taking her along with me, grabbing my instrument. Okay. I'm not using it right now. I'm just kind of carrying it along with me, putting it.
Okay. So in this
my
case,
side.
In this case, she sort of reaches out one hand to you. You can tell that she's still not used to being blind. Like, this is probably relatively new. And so she's moving. She's basically, you're not really carrying her, but you're gonna have one hand kind of pulling her if you're gonna move her around. We're gonna call it kind of. It's not quite half speed for the purposes of this, but it's close, But yeah, she's not in a great situation. The rest of you, Gad, you are dealing with Chorgus at the moment.
Yes.
Furthest down the hall, we're gonna kind of go backwards towards everybody, because this is the easiest way I can think of to do this. What is it that you're doing?
I have pulled out the whip of Vorgorod.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to use it.
Okay. It is considered a +1 whip.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, it unfortunately misses. On its backlash, let's see. No, so never mind. It sort of, you notice that, so it's got this weird, like, crystalline structure as far as you can tell. As you sort of throw it out, and mind you, it almost covers the entire hand like a glove. So, and it's kind of got like a bar that you hold on to, and then you use your whole arm. It's almost like a blade, but the blade just sort of continues on as a whip. A bit like Ivy's blade from Soul Calibur is kind of what it looks like, but they're all crystalline shards. And as you go out, it sort of wraps around your arm, coming back on its way back, but it does not actually hurt you. Unfortunately, it misses.
Does it look disconcertingly like... I mean, yes, this was supposed to be useful, but also, wow, this thing looks really janky.
Make me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm really good at those.
I mean, it looks like a really, really weird looking whip, but it's a whip. It's not your typical, like, sort of, like a bullwhip or anything like that. It's way more ornate than that, but you don't know much beyond that.
And I'm in combat, right?
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay. Chorgus is he's going to attempt a grapple.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, he's got his weapons, but that's not really what he's about right now. So let's see. This will be a strength versus your athletics or acrobatics.
They're
So it'll be
equally
20
bad.
It'll be a 21 to beat.
Oh, I have to roll a 19. Great.
That's a 17. All right, so as the whip sort of comes back and you're looking at it for a second, he grabs onto your offhand and sort of and sort of pulls you into almost like a half Nelson sort of situation. And that is pretty much where you are at for the moment. Meanwhile, elephant people, what would you like to do? Mind you, for the moment, you guys are kind of over here. You do not see Gad, but you can hear the commotion down the hallway a little ways. It bends off to the left and right a little bit further down.
Can we identify that it's Gad or just that there's fighting?
Just a lot of sounds of metal.
Probably just the sounds of metal on metal, the weapon strikes and the like.
Can we see anybody else like Ta or Zuzia? Or
you can see Ta and Zuzia bursting through or running down the hallway as quickly as possible. And you can also hear some footfalls behind them.
Next we'll look at Lucian really quick and kind of see if he's got anything up his sleeve right now. Do you want to split? You go one way, I'll go the other.
It might be best to stick together.
I am
Okay,
clanking along
let's-
my shackles, by the way.
What's that?
I said I am. Well, I'm letting them know I am still clanking along in my shackles, my
Yeah.
foot shackles.
Well, they can see you and Zuzia. They
Yeah,
just
I'm letting them know. Yeah, just in
Yeah.
case they have something for it, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
okay.
do we still have our comm bracelets?
You do actually.
Oh, okay. Well, then Nix will talk into the comm bracelet and say, what's everybody's situation?
Okay.
I'm out, by the way.
All right.
Yep. Cool.
We're like 30 feet from you. I can see you from here.
I'm talking about everyone else.
Oh, we saw, or Zuzia saw, Dice.
What did I see?
Kind
I don't
of
know about yet.
busy fighting Chorgus right now.
Oh, there we go. Wait, is he? Wait, do we know that he ever came to this plane? Do we think he's still with like
Gad?
Oh no, I think we saw each other when you said the doors here were
Yeah, the
transparent.
doors did go translucent, so you
Oh,
did
was it both of them? Okay.
Yeah, so
I
you
thought it was
did
just
see
ours that did.
Gad, but you also saw him slowly, saw acid slowly filling that room.
Okay.
And that never really stopped as far as you know, so might be a little surprised that he's still alive. But yeah. All right, so yeah.
I do
I guess
suppose.
Nix will head down the hallway where the fighting is. And
Okay.
bring the elephant with.
All right.
Lucian will follow along.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll keep shuffling along. Didn't know if
Well,
anybody
why
had
don't you
anything to note.
find? Why don't
They're
you?
on Ta's shackles.
Sorry, what?
Oh shit!
Wow, that's
I mean, I
really
could
high
try
roll.
that too.
I mean, it hits. You see the shackles glowing a bit, but nothing. too
I try to break
major. We'll get to you in a second. God
Okay,
damn it.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm just for next thing.
Yep. All right. So, which direction do you want to go? Left or right? Through here.
Wherever the fighting is, here, wherever
Alright,
I can hear the
so
fighting.
It'll be that away. Okay. So you guys.
Nix will calm back and say, "I'm gonna go help Gad. Let's
Okay.
try to regroup and come back to the cells."
So you're actually a little bit closer to there. So I don't really... I have a mental map of all this, but I don't actually have a map of all this, because... time.
It's okay. It still works.
Yeah. All right. So this is your situation, and then you have... door, busted up door. Okay, so you guys head down that way. Ty, you see them run off that way. So do you, Zuzia. Meanwhile, yeah, Lucian, you shoot out a firebolt and then head down that way as well.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, Ta and Zuzia. Ta, you are still moving at half speed.
Yep. Is there anybody, like, any enemies around us that we can see?
Well, you can, from where you moved, you guys are kind of vaguely there.
Right.
The Bone Devils are basically about to hit the junction.
Okay. That I'm it's gonna be weird. I'm actually gonna sit down, like with like my legs extended in front of me, but like spread them
Okay.
apart so that it pulls the chain tight. And then I'm going to cast Firebolt on the chain, and then because I have more magic, I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack the chain with the greatsword, like where it's
Okay.
hot.
So let's do the firebolt first.
Oh,
Natural 20.
oh,
Okay, it's definitely glowing, sort of red, cherry red hot. Make
Alright.
me a weapon attack.
Ooh, 13. Not great.
With 14 damage. All right, you manage to. All right, so you bring the sword down, and as you do, it sort of glances off to the side a little bit. It definitely does like sort of bludgeoning damage to the chain. And you can see part of the chain sort of bend in a little bit, but you didn't get a clean hit on it, unfortunately, to break the chain itself.
Okay.
But you've certainly weakened said chain significantly.
Gotcha.
With the damage. All right. Zuzia, what would you like to do? There are two Bone Devils behind you, and Ta is now sitting on the floor like a child,
Yeah.
smacking at the chains.
Put on my shoes.
Pretty much, yeah, it kind of is that pose.
I know exactly what she'll do. She'll ditch Ta first immediately.
Yes, she will.
Yep.
what was that? Action, move away, and dash, and then bonus action dash.
Yeah.
Action dash.
I mean, so you said we had no weapons, but can I I still have my Shadow Blade, right? Because it's like,
You can summon a Shadow Blade, yes. You have
Okay,
one
then-
use of that left. I will point that out.
right,
Because that
yeah.
uses a spell slot. So,
yeah.
yes, you can summon a Shadow Blade.
Okay, can I do that and throw it at them also? Or no, because that would be
Throw
no,
it
I
at
can't do
Ta?
that. No. I
Yeah.
can't think of
We
how to
always knew
help
this day
Ta.
would come.
Well, you still do have thieves' tools.
It's come like 12
Oh
times.
right.
You can also attack the chain if you wanted to. You could try to break it
Yeah.
somehow.
I
Yeah.
would like to use the thieves' tools then.
Okay. Go ahead. It is a slightly higher DC than before. As your first failure sort of messed with the lock a little bit, but it's still doable. Go for it. 19. Oh, you're off by one. Okay. So you fiddle around with it for a second, and you can hear the Bone Devils rather, crunching on this sort of stone, rough-hewn stone, as they both sort of turn. They're pretty much in the doorway area, and they sort of turn and look at you as you're fiddling, and you sort of see them over the corner of your shoulder, and then you hear a ting as one of your picks just sort of tweaks something in the lock, breaks off a little bit, and has now sort of jammed the lock. Again, it's possible to do if you wanted to try again, but the DC is going to go up. It's going to be harder.
She did it on purpose.
Yep. Meanwhile, so that's sort of your situation. Zuzu, you still.
Tried.
I mean, you could. I
How close?
almost said you could try to drag Todd down the hallway, and then I'm like,
That's not happening.
that's not actually happening.
How close are the bone devils? Bone demons?
They're about 30 feet back.
Okay. I'll just tell her, just go. Go to the others.
Okay.
Okay, you see.
Can I-
Yeah, you can book it down the hallway if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going then.
Okay. And you did summon your Shadow Blade? if
Yeah, I
remember right?
did.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm not-
so
I'm
you
just
move
gonna
30
still
feet
be-
down the hallway.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay, because you can't dash right now. All right, cool. Meanwhile, Dice and Arira.
Yep.
What would you like to do? You are currently in the throne room. There is a second chamber that you saw Zuzia disappear into.
All right.
And you have not really explored that yet. But you can definitely hear sort of echoes of something happening a little ways.
All right. Yeah.
a
Armed with
ways
the
down.
Ryra, I'm going to walk forward and just kind of peek out the door, see what I can see through
Okay.
that second chamber.
Wait, did he hear all the stuff on the comm bracelet?
Yes, you would have heard
Okay.
the stuff on the comm bracelet. So you guys, you know vaguely what's happening. You're just not exactly sure where in all this. But you have a good idea of probably that away.
Okay.
All right, so you move in. You sort of peek the door open. You see a very ornamental, very you would recognize this as one of the more religious chambers in any sort of house, royal house. It is a large, mostly circular room with pillars in the center, creating a second sort of circle in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Ornate writing in both Abyssal, Undercommon, and Drow on the interior or on the walls and the pillars. Sort of these rich tapestries in the house colors and silks hanging from from the ceiling and from the pillars themselves. In the center, though, is a pedestal, slightly angled. You would know that this is typically where the matron mother, when she gives birth or they do, a ritual to Lolth, this is the place that it is typically done. There's sort of like a purplish light that shines down on said pedestal, and again, it is covered in runes. There are two tray tables or there's a sort of like the doctor's tray tables that you see. They roll around with various implements on them. There's two of those. One you would recognize having several arcane and magical sort of bits and bobs, including what looks like 3 egg-shaped sort of things. 2 of them broken, one of them with sort of like a swirling black mass in it. The second tray table has various surgical implements. They could double as torture implements when needed, but that's what you see sort of inside of this room. On the far side of the room is another door.
Found the operating room. Hooray. I'm gonna just continue pulling Arira along. So I go through the middle of the thing, just trying to get to the other door, looking around, making sure nothing else is there. But also, as we walk past, I'm going to take a look at that swirling black demon egg thing.
Sure. As you get closer, you can see what looks like a vague shape in the center, but it is obscured by said shadow. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check for this.
All right. 15.
Okay. It appears to be some kind of magical creature. I mean, egg, for lack of a better term. I mean, it is vaguely egg-shaped.
All right.
On the interior, it's a little bit tricky to tell, but I mean, it's the egg's no more than maybe 4 inches tall by like 2.5 inches wide. It's not very big, and you can see 2 of them are broken. However, as far as you know, this is putting stuff together. I mean, this could be who the fuck knows, but it's probably not a good thing in general.
So yeah, we walk past, and Dice kind of slows down as he gets near it, stares at it for half a second, and says, "Good for throwing." And he grabs the egg.
Okay.
Moves on.
All right. Well,
I gotta let my cat up here.
yeah, no worries. All right, so they're headed through. Gad, you are currently grappled by Chorgus. What would you like to do?
Do I see anybody coming towards me right now? Any help after hearing the bracelet?
You would see Nyx just rounding the corner, but she's about 100 feet off.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that means I'm just gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna try to punch Chorgus in the kidneys with prayers.
Okay.
This is not gonna end well.
Let's see.
I was about to say, do you have like brass knuckles? But your knuckles are made of iron anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Hey.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, that's not great. And also, I need to add fucking Divine Strike.
Okay. So total of 9. You don't really hear anything from Chorgus, really. I mean, you hear maybe a grunt, but nothing too much. And yeah, okay.
I'd like to bonus action offer a prayer to Morad and to grant me the strength to cleanse this fiend, this thing.
Okay. All right. So that will bring us here. This gets weird. Okay. He is going to crunch down on you further. Basically, and I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, I'm going to roll his longsword attack for the attack bonus, but not for the damage. He is going to punch you in the face. 20?
Nope.
To hit? Okay. And he's also tied up with you a bit, so he sort of throws the punch, and you manage to just move a little bit so that sort of the side of his armor plate sort of scratches across your face, but nothing actually really connects.
Oh, this is gonna take a long time.
He sort of looks in the hallway, and then with that arm, so you're actually close enough to see this. With that arm, because he's got one kind of up through one of your arms and across the back of your neck. The other one is now in front of your head, right? Almost in the position of, like, in the movies when they do the neck break action. That's sort of what it looks like at the moment.
Oh.
But his hand is turned the opposite direction. You see on his gauntlet, on his right gauntlet, you see thousands and thousands of tiny little holes, little flaps over them as well, and all of a sudden they just sort of open, the little flaps, and these tiny little to you, even this close to you, you see just little black specks emanate from it all of a sudden, filling the chamber. I need Nyx, Lucian, and Gad to make. Well, actually, Gad, you don't. Yeah, no, these are magical in nature. So, Gad, I need you, all three of you, to make Constitution checks, or saves rather, as the room sort of fills with these. Nice. these small black particles, and they start to sink into your body, leeching off of them.
Oh,
So Gad, I need. Okay,
sounds about
Gad,
right.
you have disadvantage on all saving throws. Nyx and Lucian, as you're running down, you see this, and they do get to you, but you manage to you can feel the effect of it starting to like try to dig in to pull something like it's not so much your magical ability, more your essence, just trying to mess with it, trying to make you slower to respond, um, and less able to, and you managed to fight it off, at least for the time being. So, and as you guys come around the corner, Nyx, you recognize the whip that Gad has.
Oh yeah, totally.
Lucian, I don't think you do. But as you guys come around, Nyx, I want you to make me an investigation check quickly. This is going to be sort of a free thing. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely the whip that you remember. And you remember something about it is bad, but you don't really, I don't know if you remember what it is or not. That's really up to you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, what would the two of you like to do?
How far away are we?
About 100 feet.
Okay.
Okay. We can see him.
You can see him. Currently being grappled by Chorgus. Okay. Total of 12?
12.
Okay. That obviously that hits. I mean, it's fucking a magic missile. Yeah, it impacts. You can see little glowing spots that sort of fade as each of the, I'm guessing 4.
Second level.
Yeah, four darts hit. Yeah, sort of burning a little bit of hole, doing a little bit of force damage. I mean, it looks like he's mostly fine, but I mean, it definitely did something to the guy. Just she's a giant health pool with a sword, so
Yeah, for bullet sponges.
Yeah, kind of. Nyx, what would you like to do?
I would like to order the elephant to begin dashing towards the bad guy.
Okay. I need to try to remember what the fucking elephant's movement speed is.
40 feet.
40 feet. Okay. So he's gonna dash to within 20 feet of the of Chorgus and Gad.
Okay.
And you? What would you like to do?
If possible, I'd like to shoot a spell.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Yay!
And twin 18s. That's nice. All right. Spell impacts on him. Definitely leaving like a bright mark on Chorgus. But yeah. And I mean, it definitely impacted. It definitely did some damage. He's not down or anything, but he's definitely taken the hit, and you can see like a glowing spot on his armor from the heat, and that slowly dissipates across his armor. Okay. Zuzia and Ta, what would you guys like to do?
Oh wait, can I use my movement too to like?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I would like to use the 30 and run up there.
Okay. And you continue. You're now 60 to 70 feet away.
Are the Bone Devils still 30 feet away from me?
Currently, yes.
Okay, then I'm going to do it again. Firebolt and the sword.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And you can see it glowing again, that cherry red, if not a little bit into the
25.
There we go. All right. So you bring it down. Yeah, you managed to kind of find the spot that you had deformed earlier, and find sort of the center point of that, and just shing, as the two halves of the manacles break apart, and the weight that was there sort of fall loosely. Well, I mean, it's on the ground, but the chains slip from the ring.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use half my movement or whatever to get up, and let's see. I'm gonna just to see what they do. I'm gonna look at the Bone Devils and then just kind of do the like Matrix like come at me with one hand kind of a thing, just like strike a pose and just come on, bring it, just to see what.
All right. All right. Meanwhile, Zuzia, what would you like to do?
I would like to throw my shadow blade at the
I want to
both
bone.
guys.
All right, go ahead. Let's roll that real quick.
Aw.
15. Yeah, unfortunately, that does not hit. It sort of goes at them, and they there's one that's paying or has lowered a spear. They both have these sort of barbed spears that you can see, and one of them is sort of very focused on Ta. The other one, though, does notice you and manages to just move out of the way as it whips past his head. All right. Dice.
Yep, away we go. Or rather, onwards
Alright.
we go. Pull up to the other door this room is in,
All right.
and just kind of peek through again, trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Okay. There is a small antechamber to this one, but you can actually see a door on the other side. It's sort of slightly cracked open, and the figures of one from your perspective, of these Bone Devils, sort of from behind. You're behind them currently.
All right.
that's
Did
maybe
we make
another
mention of
30
Bone
feet out.
Devils in the comms? Curiosity.
I told Zuzia. I don't think I would have said that into the thing, so
In that
Zuzia
case-
knows.
You hear, as you're already facing them down, Dice just go, guys, we have company. And what Dice is going to do is he is going to turn back to Arira and say, just be glad you're not seeing this. And he is going to, and just be glad they're not seeing us either. And he's going to cast invisibility on both of them.
Okay.
As he does so, he is also going to mention into the comms, by the way, I got a +1. Very important. And with that, Dice is going to just kind of wait for the Bone Devil to pass and then start sneaking out, trying to find the rest of his crew.
Okay. So yeah, you can kind of get to the edge of the chamber. Go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage.
Yep.
Just to see if they notice.
Sorry, that's not advantage. I'm going to do that
Nope,
again.
Just roll
That's
again.
okay. Well,
Okay. Good to know.
should still be better than the passive, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the passive is.
That's a good question. No, yeah. Okay, I got it.
Even still, like, the door's already cracked, so there's no movement or anything. It's just...
Nope. No, I don't worry about it. They don't
I know.
seem to notice you for the moment. Seem to be distracted, at least somewhat. But we will see how that progresses. Meanwhile, so the Bone Devils, Ta, as you make that sort of motion, oh, come on. Be first throw, second throw. Yeah, I don't think either of those hit.
Nope.
Okay. You notice that there are these hooked sort of pole arms with these spikes coming out of the end. They're very, very short spikes, mind you. They're more like barbs. And you notice that as they throw them, there's a tether that seems to keep them at about 60. You know, they have a tether on them, sort of hooked to their wrist, and they sort of pull them back to themselves after throwing, and then begin sort of moving up towards you. But they are, at this point, they're probably about 10 feet away from you. They're keeping far enough away that their pole arm is, or their spear gives them a little bit of range on you. But
Okay.
they're not.
And
they're not
they're right next to
stupid.
each other, right?
Yeah, in this hallway, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yep, I know what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay. Gad, meanwhile.
Well, seeing as there's two other people within range now, I'm going to burn one of my last spell slots and cast Bless on me, Nyx, and the elephant.
Okay. I'll remember this.
You're too far away, man. It's like at a 30-foot range.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action struggle bus in his arms. Wait, hold on.
Alright.
Is Turn Undead a bonus action or an action? Sorry, let me check. No, Divine Domain. Turn Undead. Nope, it's an action. Never mind.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So, seeing you guys there, Nyx, you're with the elephant, if I remember right. I think you were riding the elephant at one point.
Well, not right now, but
Okay. So you're at about 30 feet away if you're hit with the bless. Elephant's about 20 feet away from Chorgus, and then you're with Chorgus. So he is going to... Okay. He sort of looks up for a second, like he's listening to something. And then looks back down at all of you. And he is going to...
Give
Good
you
moment.
candy. I respect you.
So, he is going to sort of, you see him raise, actually, no, he's going to do this in a fun way. Gad, he picks you up about a foot off the ground,
Struggle bus! Struggle bus!
slams you into the ground,
Ow.
and I need everyone to make or not everyone, but I need Nyx, Gad, and the elephant to all make me con saves.
I do this normally because Warcaster.
No, that's to maintain concentration.
Yep.
You're not maintaining concentration. This is just a con save. All right.
Gad explodes into a pile of parts.
So, and you know what? For fun, make one for the elephant. You should have access to that.
oh, of course, yeah.
This is fine.
Was it con?
On.
What?
Okay, so the elephant's taking all the damage,
Oh no.
but Nyx and Gad take half. So 19 thunder damage and 17 radiant damage as a destructive wave emanates from him going down the hallway.
Okay,
All right,
so
sorry. So it was what?
So, so
9
half
plus
of that. So, yeah, 9 plus
8, 15.
15
All right.
total. The elephant, however, takes a grand total of, I believe, 36, maybe.
Okay, that puts me at
Okay.
25. And then normal con save. Great. We're still blessed.
Sweet.
I'm really feeling blessed right now, guys. Just give me your thoughts. I got the prayers.
All right. It brings us into that turn. Elephant, Nyx, and Lucian.
Oh wait, hold on. The elephant's blessed. Can you roll?
It wouldn't make.
Okay,
A D4 wouldn't make, unfortunately.
good to know. Thank you.
Would you like to go first, Tanaka? Yes, you would.
That's probably gonna miss.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good?
Yep.
All right. Nyx is gonna tell the elephant to use trampling charge,
All right.
which is that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, elephant. Hey guys, Dumbo came out in theaters recently.
We'll play the first one there. There's a total of 41 damage. All right, that hits. Obviously, it does some damage. Let's do a strength save. He does make it with an 18. However, he gets hit hard and is moved back like a solid 5 feet from the hit. Not in a happy place.
Oh, can we add a D4 to that from the blast?
No, it's only
That's
attack
how that
rolls,
works.
not damage rolls.
Oh, it is. Okay, so I don't need to worry
Yeah.
about that. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and then I'll firebolt again.
Okay. 12 does not hit, unfortunately. The elephant sort of blocks your view of the of Chorgus for a moment as you whip the firebolt out. Goes wide around the elephant. All right, Ta. You have 2 bone devils in front of you. And Zuzu, you can
Yay!
see them too.
Well, I am within their melee range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I imagine I can still hear the racket from down the hall. Zuzi, you were
Mhm.
heading towards them originally, weren't you?
Were they in? Yeah, I guess. Is that what I was doing?
Well, that was when I was
Where
like on the
heading
floor and I was
towards?
like, go to them.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you started to head that way.
Okay.
Right.
I'm just deciding if I want to try and fight these guys or go help.
Well, Nyx did say regroup back at the cells.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll use a disengage action, which I've never fucking done before.
Okay.
And then just take off towards everybody else. And
All
I
right.
have movement now.
Mhm.
Let me double check something.
You don't have your shield, so you can, if you run, you have 30-foot of movement.
Right. I'm gonna use. I kind of hate to use it, but I'm gonna use for my bonus action. I'm gonna cast Expedition Retreat again, and then just like pick up Zuzia, who's probably faster than me anyway. But like pick up Zuzia all the way and just like keep running.
Ooh, Princess Carrie.
More no, not Princess Carrie. More like under one arm, like next to my hip, kind of like dead body.
football?
The
Yeah,
duffel
like,
bag.
sort of like football.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
duffel bag. Yeah, not over the shoulder, just like yeah. Anyway,
All right.
and then if she has to like jump out, she can too.
All right, Zuzi, what would you like to do? You're currently being carried down the hall by Ta.
Well, I mean, I can still see the.
Mm-hmm.
Can I shoot a firebolt at them as we're going down the hallway?
Sure.
Okay.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Aw. Why am I rolling so sucky
Unfortunately,
today?
roll 20 hates you.
Yeah.
All right, so as you guys kind of round this corner, You sort of fling the firebolt out, but being jostled around by Ta is really, really disconcerting, and it's throwing your aim off. It goes kind of dead center between the two of them, impacts the door. Dice, you see the light, and you have an idea. It's probably one of your people. Which one? Who the fuck knows?
Because basically all of them can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Question, Reb.
Mm-hmm.
When you said to take the damage, it was something else in Radiant. Was it fire in Radiant?
No.
Okay.
Thunder
Anyways.
and Radiant.
Yep, I just wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So I
you're up.
just kind of is the Bone Devil like near me at all?
Well, they've started moving down the hallway towards. They're actually
we're
kind of
pulling
over
them
here
away,
now.
kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in that case, I just say into the comms, I see you already. By the way, I'm behind them. And I will slowly creak the door open, basically start bridal carrying Ori out the door, and I'm going to just follow the Bone Devils, I suppose.
All right, you can see their sort of methodical movement down the hallway. They don't seem to be rushing. They seem to be trying to pen them in, the group.
Mm-hmm.
And they're moving very or with a lot of purpose, but very, very carefully down the hall. So yeah, it's like a Bone Devil traffic jam at the moment.
Interesting.
They do not seem to notice you currently.
Huzzah. But yeah, I'm just going to follow them, I guess. Just do I see, by the way, Ta carrying, I think,
Yeah, you
Zuzia
see
over
Ta
her shoulder?
carrying Zuzia as they sort of begin to round this corner.
And I just whisper to Orira as I'm following them. By the way, I think you're going to like my friends.
She doesn't say anything, but you kind of get she kind of gives you like a little squeeze on the arm.
Oh.
But I mean, you can't really see her, so
This would be adorable if there weren't tragic undertones, anyways.
Yeah, we'll. It made sense. So next up, we're back to Chorgus and Gad. What would you like to do, Gad?
Well, first, I'll still take it.
Mm-hmm.
And is he still like holding on to me?
Yeah.
Cool. I will punch him again in the face.
All right. You do that. He just cocks his head to the side a little bit, and your punch goes wide. 13. You guys know this. His AC is 22. Come on now. However,
Yeah, that's about it. I don't really have anything else I can do. Alright, hold on. I need to take off that spell slot. There we go.
Whew, okay, this gets kind of weird now. I think he'd risk that. All right. He is going to, the end of your turn, you suddenly see or feel yourself freed as he appears down here, having shadow stepped about that far. He sort of looks over you for a second.
Fuck, I wish I had counterspell.
It's more of an ability than a spell.
Damn.
Oh man. I don't know. All right, who's there? There's
Me, the elephant, Nyx, and Lucian,
Lucian.
way down the fucking hallway.
Lucian. Have you been moving up? Sorry, we didn't really talk about that. Or are you staying put? I mean, I don't care either way.
Staying put.
Okay. Okay. I guess he is gonna do that. Nyx, the elephant, and Gad. You see him sort of turn and begin heading down the hallway, and then he sort of stops, looks at you, holds out his right arm again, and a small sort of bead of light coalesces in the center.
Oh no!
Ooh.
It's not a spell,
Oh, it's not.
unfortunately.
You
can see his form though almost is drawn into that sort of bead of light. It's sort of this, you can see a flame there, and then this sort of black swirling mass around it, as it almost feels like his essence goes into it for a second, and then he just tosses it down the hallway. It will detonate in a 20-foot radius, hitting Gad, the elephant, and Nyx. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws. You do not have disadvantage.
Okay.
All right. Nyx, if you want to roll your bless. Okay. And the elephant, because fuck it, why not?
Wow.
Add a
Wow.
D4 to your dex save. Yes. I really hope that's enough.
Okay. DC was 18. So, everyone takes 33 points of fire damage and 32 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I'm unconscious.
Yeah. So it's a total of 65 points of damage. Fire damage is halved for Nyx and Gad, I believe, but the necrotic isn't. I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, that elephant is probably toast for the moment.
Oh yeah, it reverted. It reverts
Okay.
back to a little
So it
statue.
reverts to figuring. How are you doing, Nyx? Just curious.
I'm great.
Are you unconscious? That's what I'm asking.
No, not yet.
Okay. He sort of looks to you. Sort of, if he could be surprised, he might be surprised, but you know, he kind of then turns the corner and walks off. He disappears around the corner. You're not entirely sure where.
That's right. Run away, you pussy.
And that will bring so that's what you guys saw. Gad is now on the floor. You have lost your bless. But Nyx and Lucian, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move up towards them.
Okay.
How do you fix a metal man? I don't know the anatomy.
I don't know. I was hoping maybe just dumping a healing potion would help.
All right, Nyx will look in her bag.
Oh wait, we don't have any of her stuff.
Oh, is it all gone?
You don't have any of your weapons or spell components. That's all that they have taken from you so far. Hang on, Gad. I need to check something.
Yep.
Oh shit! No, I
Didn't-
don't have any health potions.
Didn't you
Okay.
used to have Spare the Dying?
As a warlock.
Yeah. Nyx isn't a warlock.
But I do have it.
Oh, and clearly I'll go pick up the elephant statue.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I get up to him,
All right. So that'll be next turn. You can get there.
In the
'Cause if you
meantime,
dash, you get 60 feet, and you're wait. Is it? Yeah, it's a touch.
that was so close.
Okay. That is one success for you. We'll get to you in a minute. Everybody else. Ta and Zuzi, you come around the corner and you just see sort of the massive form of Chorgus disappear around the corner. You see Gad on the floor, a random elephant figurine on the floor. Nick's not looking so great, and Lucian sort of running off in that general direction.
Well, first thing, as soon as I get around the corner and see everybody else, I'm going to drop a Zuzi. She's only like 3.5 feet up. She'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna like keep running down the hallway and just like ask as I'm going, like, want me to go after him? As I'm like passing by Lucian and like vault over Nyx and keep going.
Okay.
Nyx
But you
totally
get
leg
to-
opens on arm. Fuck that.
From this corner, you can get to about where Nyx and all them are, with your 90 foot. movement speed?
60. Yeah, because it's 30 and then, well, technically if
30,
I
30.
dashed, yeah, if I dashed it would, but I'm just running because I'm not using
Okay.
my action yet.
Then you're about halfway between. Well, a little bit
So, like
more.
get to Nyx, basically is what you mean.
Yeah, it'd be about where Nyx is.
What did you say, Nyx?
Nyx would probably hold her arm out and she'll probably most likely say, no, let's not go after him. Let's just
No.
get out of here.
All right. Then in that case, I'm going to stand next to Nyx and then face back where I came from and see if the Bone Devils are going to start coming around the corner. And then next turn I'll work on that. But okay,
Okay.
because I'm one of the only armed people right now.
The whip is on the floor.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
If Nyx sees the whip, oh shit.
God damn it.
Great.
I mean, you see it.
I guess Nyx will go grab it, except she won't touch it. She'll kind of like scoop it up with her bag.
Okay.
I could gesture towards the bag of holding, which I can hold open if she needs it.
Yeah, we'll put it in there later.
Okay. Zuzia, what would you like to do? You are now sort of, for the purposes of this, I'm going to put you and then Ta, as you sort of turn around and get ready, you're kind of at this circle between these two doors. Here. Zuzia, you put her down kind of over in this general direction. Lucian, you're kind of in the same rough spot. Just a little bit easier. And you can hear the Bone Devils sort of over in this general direction. Zuzia, what would you like to do?
Can I cast a firebolt in the direction of the bone guys?
Yeah,
Bone
I mean,
Devils?
if you do, it's not going to hit them. It's just going to hit the wall over here.
Yeah,
can
because I'm
ready a
around the
spell.
corner.
But yeah, you could hold it.
Okay, then I'm gonna hold one.
Okay. For when you see them come around
Yeah.
the corner, you can just chuck one at them. I'm good with
Yeah.
that. So, Dice, as you and Arira are sort of walking through the hall slowly, I'll say, what, 15, 20 feet back, probably?
Something like that. 20 feet more like. Yeah.
Okay. And they sort of round the corner down this way. Are you just following them, or?
So when we get to this corner, what do we see on the other way? Because I imagine we see
a
like
very
people.
very similar sort of set of hallway. It's hard to tell exactly, but it seems to go in roughly the same sort of mirror as the other one.
In that case, we're gonna book it down this way.
Okay. So you guys head down here. Cool. Good to know. All right. At this point, the Bone Devils do kind of come around the corner, and Zuzi, you can chuck your firebolt if you'd like.
Okay.
Just be clear, if Dice gets into any confrontation, he's probably dead. He still has only 4 health left.
Oh, I forgot that.
Yep.
Whoops. I was gonna suggest something too. I'm like, hey, we could do no, never mind.
All right, 19 does hit. You manage to sort of fling it out. And it hits roughly the same spot as the sort of black mark on the right chest. And you can see the Bone Devil wince in pain from the hit, or from the hit. However, it's not down, but you guys have actually fought Bone Devils before a while back, not just Carl. But you do notice these ones now kind of getting a little bit better look at them, not, sort of now being ready for them and all. They look, you're not sure if the word's sickly, but off. Like something's going, like something's happening to them, and that you guys didn't have that effect on whatever it is. So, Gad, that was your death save from earlier, so we'll keep that. That brings us to Nyx and Lucian.
So you're gonna hate me. I totally have potions of healing.
It's fine. It's fine.
You know what's funny? Neither do I.
She'll toss one to Lucian, and gesture to Gad, and
Yep.
she will actually take one herself.
Okay.
What's the roll again?
For normal potions healing, 2d4 plus 2.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good roll.
Oh, am I gonna roll for?
I think
I don't care.
Tanaka's supposed to roll for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Ready to go.
2d4 plus 2 then. All right. Gad, you have 8 points of health.
Just kind of jerk away because
That was the rule.
that wasn't pleasant.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Oh, real quick, Nyx would probably get her back to Taz back to try to get like full cover.
All right. Trying to use Ta as a shield.
I mean, that's pretty normal.
Yep. So that brings us to Zuzia and Ta.
So, assuming that Zuzia was firing at the Bone Devil demons, I'm actually going to charge that way and start swinging if I can, which I've got 60 that I can use without burning an action.
You can just get to the first one, sort of round the corner from where
Okay.
you were.
Cool. I'm just going to round the corner and just be mid-swing as I'm going around.
All right.
There's one.
Hits.
There's two.
Oh my
Nice, that
god.
hits as well.
And there's three.
That one, it manages to dodge out of the way of the last one. After getting hit twice, he's like, "Oh god!"
That's the same damage for all three. Jesus.
I know. That's a good roll for all three too.
Makes math easy.
30 points of damage. All
And
right.
then wait, I forget if I can do this now or not. How's that one looking? Is it like super low or just?
It's looking hurt, significantly hurt, and you can kind of see. Again, getting this close, they definitely look sickly. For lack of a better term, they don't look, like some of the more powerful Bone Devils that you have met in your time.
Okay.
They look,
And feel free to say no to this, but I just because I
No.
couldn't remember when I could cast it for Divine Smite that I can use like once a long rest. Does it have to be?
I believe
when
it
I
has
make
to
the
be
damage?
weapon. I believe that was attached to a specific weapon that you.
No,
can use
that's
as
my ring.
Oh.
Soulfire ring.
Oh, right. That's right.
But I couldn't remember like when I do
You can
that.
do it
Like, can
after
I
the
do it?
roll. Yeah, you can choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that after the second attack that I hit
Okay.
with, then if that's okay.
Okay. Normally you would just call it right after the attack, but it's
Sure.
not.
Yeah,
the way
I
in this situation.
almost never do it, so I forgot when it
Yeah.
goes. All right, and I'll do that. 3d8. There we go. Oh, 18. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
All
and
right.
that will be it.
All right. Cool. And Zuzia, what would you like to do? You can see this one bone devil just, around the corner, or having crossed the corner. He's kind of over here, and Ta has been slashing at him.
Okay.
The other one is sort of just behind.
Can I throw my shadow blade at him?
Sure. That'll hit, and it's sneak attack. So
Oh god.
okay. So Todd takes a few slashes, and a brilliant burst of white, radiant energy sort of rips into the body of this thing, and you can see it's reeling. And then Zuzia, you just sort of flip your shadow blade up so you catch it by the tip and whip it down the hallway, sinks into the thing's skull, and you can just sort of see it lock up for a second and just sort of collapse there. So that's one down. The other one is still around the corner from you.
Can I
But-
ready up another firebolt with my? Or is that?
You would not be able to do that. You could.
Okay.
I'll say you can hold your second attack with a regular dagger if you'd like.
Okay.
Do you have another regular dagger?
Yeah, I thought we didn't have
Actually,
our
no,
one.
you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Yeah.
Do you bonus
Sorry.
action summon your
It's okay.
blade back?
It just returns to you at the end of your turn.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Lazy.
Yeah, that's mine where I have to use a bonus action for it.
Yep. All right. So that brings us to, actually that'll be the Bone Devil's turn. The other one is gonna take a swing at you, Ta.
Sure.
I'm sure you're fine with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm built for.
That'll be a 21 to hit.
Ooh. Just because I don't know what else is gonna happen.
17.
I'm gonna do shield for the first one,
Okay.
which will raise it up to 24.
Okay. Let's see. So that'll be that, and then he's gonna make one more attack. Okay, that was it. All right, you can see him sort of snarling and all at you, but he is unable to break through your defenses. All right. That's 21 without your shield, right?
Well, 19 is my AC without the shield, but then with
Okay, right.
by casting shield, then I get 20
That's
plus
right.
5.
All right. That brings us to Dice. I assume you're just sort of continuing on your path. We'll just assume that.
I am muted. Hold on. Yeah, just carrying Orira, trying to meet up with
Alright.
everyone else on the other side, trying to find a way over to them.
Okay.
etc. Not attempting to get involved with the Bone Devils, but you know.
Yep. I gotcha. So you continue on for the moment. That will bring us back around. Gad, you're up.
Cool. Since I'm not in combat, I'm going to head down the other way where everybody else seems to be going.
Okay.
And I will... Who looks really, really bad right now, besides me?
Probably next.
Yeah, probably next.
She did
Yeah.
take 65 points of damage earlier.
Okay, I will cast Cure Wounds on Nyx. And try to keep myself in towards the center of the group as possible, away from hits.
All right, Nyx, what would you like to do?
I can't see anything, right?
Now you can't see the other one now.
So that's 9 hit points.
I guess she'll just ready a firebolt.
Got it. Lucian?
How far is the end of the corridor from us?
This from where you are, it's about 60 feet to this side, 90 feet to this side.
Okay.
Because I think you're kind of over here where Gad was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go to this corner and peek around.
Okay. All right. Give me a perception check as you do. Nice.
Very nice.
All right. So looking there, you can actually see, sort of in the or on the ground, you can see very, very, very faint, sort of black boot prints. When I say that, I mean there seems to be a material that emanated from whatever this thing's footfalls were. Left just a slight mark there, and they are slowly sort of disappearing. You can also see down this way there is another sort of largish room. There does not appear to be anything in it currently. A couple of tables and that sort of thing along the sides, but there also appears to be a large, about 15 foot high by about 10 foot wide doorway. However, in the center of the doorway is this swirling sort of what you would recognize. I'm not going to make you necessarily roll for this, but as some kind of portal. Where it leads at the moment, you're not entirely sure, but that you can see.
Okay. No sign of dice. Gothic.
No, he would have total cover from you at the moment, so
He's also
Yeah, you-
invisible.
Yep.
well, yeah.
That and Lucian wouldn't know that he was coming around this way.
No, he would not. But Dice is kind of like halfway through this hallway right now, so he's far enough away that you wouldn't notice. All right.
Well, then I'll keep an eye on this corner, make sure
Nothing.
nothing comes up behind us.
All right. Sounds good. Ta, you got one more Bone Devil.
All right, I will hit him with a greatsword.
Okay.
Maybe.
Miss.
Nope.
Miss.
Natural 20.
All right, yeah, roll your
And then
shit.
I get to
Roll another 2d6.
So do I roll? So the thing is 2d6 plus
Yep.
5. Do I re-roll 2d6 or 1d6?
2d6.
2d6.
So.
Okay.
All right. Is that for brutal?
Oh
Critical?
yeah, sorry, that's the savage attack.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is an extra 5 for 24.
24.
Yeah. Okay. So that one hits, and he definitely staggers back a little bit. He is going to take his turn between you and Zuzia. He will sort of dodge around a little bit. This will probably put him just in view of everybody else. He's going to go ahead and take a swipe at you. 1. Oh, God. 2. 25.
Oh, 25. Sorry, I was looking
That
at the wrong
last
one.
one. Oh,
Yeah, the last one.
8 plus 4. Oh. You take 19 points of piercing damage,
All right.
and I need a con save from you.
Yep.
And this is
15.
all right. You are not poisoned.
Good.
However,
Do I need to make another con for my expeditious?
you will. But you do take a further 20 points of poison damage.
Okay.
As this is his barbed tail sort of coming out and hitting you, unfortunately.
Gotcha. All right.
So, yeah, it was claw, tail.
Okay.
But yeah, one more con save for your expeditious retreat if it is considered
26. Yeah, that'll be
constitution.
fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Thankfully, because in reality that was essentially DC 19 check, because that's technically together. Yay for how that stuff works. All right, so that now brings us to Zuzia, and it has you can just kind of make out the thing, the Bone Devil.
Okay.
So you can
Well.
throw whatever you want at it.
Okay, I want to. Okay, Shadow Blade it.
Okay. 17 just misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one whips into the wall, unfortunately. That would mean that Lucian has a, or no, Nyx has a shot with her firebolt, because it did come into range. All right, 22, nice, got it. Definitely. You managed to singe the tail itself as it sort of digs into Ta's chest a little bit. That brings us back around to Gad.
Can I see the Bone Devil?
Yep, you can just see it. Yeah.
Am I still considered in combat?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're, I mean, yes, you're all considered in combat currently.
Oh, so I should have rolled prayers last round too.
Should have.
Yeah, shoulda, did.
Yep.
Too bad.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just
Oh, shit.
I'll cast fucking firebolt at it too.
All right.
Everybody's just
Sixteen
fire,
Fire.
fire, 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 fire.
All over the gaff.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
All right, Nyx and Lucian.
Let's see here. The Bone Devil's within range? Or
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 180 feet away.
okay.
Well, no, about 150 feet away. Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't do my math right.
Yeah, no worries.
If you're basically if you're in this corner, yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah.
12 unfortunately does not hit, and that was a good roll on damage too. All right, Ta.
I'll pull the firebolt if something comes around the corner.
Okay, got it. Good to know. Ta, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna hit him with a great sword.
Okie dokie.
Whack.
Hey, that's better.
That'll hit.
Whack.
Nope, that's not.
That's not so great.
Whack.
There we go.
That'll hit, and that will slice his tail off and then kind of decapitate him.
Yay!
Crumbles to the ground in front of you. You can see their bodies are quickly liquefying into a sort of a black sludge. Not a great look.
Also, for my bonus action on that turn, I'm going to use Second Wind.
That's fair. All right.
Okay, where the fuck?
We need to get out of here.
We're missing one.
At this point, Dice, you kind of come around the corner. You can see Lucian, but he doesn't seem to see you.
All right. I just say into comms, I'm with you. Can we leave yet?
Where's
Well,
the shit?
But by the way, our stuff, now that you brought it up, I was just going to say that actually, is either on a different plane or in a pocket dimension. And I try and like I hold up my left hand and try and like summon my shield. And I'm like, normally my shield will come to me if it's on the same plane, but no dice, no pun intended.
Did we happen to get dragged off to a different plane then? Is our stuff still on the material?
Well, it's no, it was when they took our stuff. I think we got brought to a new plane, but I think they took our stuff to another plane or a
Yes. They were moving you to different
It's-
cells.
Yeah,
There's a portal looking thing down this way.
Right.
Good
But if
idea as
we-
any.
but if we
Also,
go
I
through
managed to
that,
grab my viol, so it's likely that they might have an armory here where they were keeping your stuff.
yeah, so the Bone Devils really didn't want us to go the way they came from. So we kind of have two options, I think. Either we go through what you are saying is a portal in the room, which I haven't technically seen, which I think is where the Dragon Knight guy went, or we go where the Bone Devils came from, which could also be a problem.
I'm not fit for combat, but I'm going to tail behind you all. By the way, I'm invisible.
I
And I
am
have a +1.
I
You'll
am
meet Helen.
barely fit for combat.
Is the portal in the direction of where Chorgus went?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Okay.
Portal's that way. Bone Demons came from that way.
Okay. Well, if it's not in the same plane, then we should just get the fuck out of here. If Chorgus went that way, then there must be some form of escape, or we just run into him again. Either way, he didn't look that great, so we can either finish him off or find a way out from there.
I get the feeling at least he'll be looking for me. He has a weird
Perfect.
fixation.
Let's go.
All right, I'll follow Nyx. I am going to trust Nyx on this one.
Terrible idea.
I mean, I'm not going to say it out loud, but like, we've been together for a lot of shit. We've made it through so far.
The only surviving original party members.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just say like I'm with you, Nyx, and then we'll go.
All right.
Alright.
As soon as we're
Side
through
by
here,
side.
try to summon your shield. See if that works.
Yep, for sure.
Can I
Alright.
take a closer look at the portal? See if maybe
Sure.
I can't see. I don't know. Ruins
Make an
or
Arcana
something?
check. Yeah. Okay. So, quickly glancing over it, this appears to be a portal that connects the material plane with a different plane, but it's not any plane that you've ever seen before. You can kind of see the origin point and the destination point. You get a feeling that you are currently in the plane that you've never seen the runes for before, and that this heads back to the material plane.
Okay.
Where on the material plane, you have
I
no
don't know.
fucking idea.
Somewhere.
That's the problem, is you have no idea where on the material plane. But you get the idea that, and you've heard of demi-planes and things like that, you get the idea that this is a particularly large demi-plane.
Now, do
Why
these
is-
look like runes from like a teleportation circle?
Similar, but not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
I stepped through the portal.
I'm
Alright.
still gonna write them down.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Okay, you write down those, just write down that you wrote them down, yes.
I'll be the third person through the portal.
Clearly behind Tom.
The third. Who's the
All
second?
right,
Oh,
so
okay.
let's do.
By the way, I'm walking through the portal with my arm already up and like ready to summon.
All right. So starting from here, what's the order of walking through?
So far, it's Todd, Nyx, and Gad.
Yeah, I'm not trying to rush anybody. I'm just like going through to make sure it's safe.
All right. And then
I'll go behind Gad, I guess, or
okay.
whatever. Yeah.
All right, we'll do dice last. There we go. All right, you guys step through the portal, unsure of what's on the other side, knowing that Chorgus was there, probably. And Ta, you hear weird noises as you kind of come through first. You hear the sounds of cheering, of yelling and screaming, sounds of heavy metal on metal, sounds of combat once again.
Oh shit! She did mention something about an arena.
And,
We went the wrong way.
and that is where we will end.
Wait,
today's
did I summon my
session.
shield though? Did I bring it to me?
You'll have to wait till next week.
You'll have to wait till next week.
I don't give a shit if we're in a fucking arena. I just want to know if I have my shield. I'm gonna
Guys
need it
brought a
now.
pregnant woman to an arena.
Hey, if anything, if worse comes to worse and I go unconscious again, just literally haul me in front of you. I'm worth
I'll
at
just
least
rip off
20
your chest
points.
plate and use that.
I'm worth 20 points of AC without my shield, which I do have because they never took my shit.
All right. Well, I hope that was an interesting episode, and we'll.
No.
I hate you so much.
I know.
Also, still,
Feel
thank
like-
you for just not outright killing me.
This game. Wait. You just walked into an arena. Fucking figured.
I
We
said
haven't
there was
taken
an
a
arena.
rest.
Yeah, I'm fine with there being an arena. I just want my shield if I'm gonna be in the arena.
Well, I mean, you're not entirely sure where you are in the.
Yeah, I
That'd be fun. All right.
Could be in
We
the
have
stands,
made
could be
an-
on the court. I don't know.
We need to fucking sleep.
We
It's
have
what
made
should
an
fucking do.
unwise
Had a rest
decision.
in like a fucking week.
Oh,
Right.
does anybody have
Dude.
Tiny Hut? Please tell me somebody has Tiny Hut.
We already tried to use it.
We should have
I
just
knew we
stayed
should've
in
gone
there.
that
We should have stayed in the prison, used and just cast Tiny Hut.
Well,
Gotta find my
they
stuff
were
first.
just weird. There's been lots of issues we've had in the past where it's like, we're in enemy territory, let's use Tiny Hut. And then it's like, oh, they collapsed a mountain onto us. Okay. that worked.
It worked out fine.
Oh, come on, it was fun.
We only got Thunder's character nuked by Thunder Waves.
For character reasons, I'm totally fine with it following Nyx this way, but I really wanted to go where the Bone Devils were. Because they wanted to keep us away from that.
Well,
it's fine.
assuming the portal is not one way, we can always go back.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
Also, Tanaka did write the runes down, so that's something.
That might work. Might being the operative word.
It's a clue that we can elaborate on later.
After we're all dead.
Yes.
When we're a
All
new
I know
part.
is I'm pretty sure that if Dice like sneezes, he's gonna go down. So it's
Yeah, which
Uh,
is why I've been saving my last spell slot.
Being fair, I'm still invisible, and I've got a few extra spells up my sleeve, including Healing Word if I am desperate. However, it's not a good scene.
I have one.
well,
Also, no potions.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll a new character. I'm just gonna prepare for that.
Dice has a low chance of dying. He still has a chance of dying, but a low chance of dying.
I wish I had the elephant still.
Is that a once a day thing or once a week?
Once a week.
Oh,
I missed the rock token. That was fun.
yeah.
3-use one.
Man, but
I've
but
got
that
I
rock
think,
token sure went out with a bang.
Oh hell yeah, that was awesome.
I think I have a fucking, I don't know, Shadow Demon egg with me, so that might be something we can use.
So omelets, all right, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm prepared for next week.
I don't know. It could be a Displacer Beast egg. I don't fucking know. When you described that egg, what I imagined hopping out was fucking Nightmare from DMC5, effectively.
Tanaka, you're not ready to die yet, buddy.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
All right. Well, for everybody watching, that includes you, Nordring. Thank you for staying with us on the live stream. I'll be uploading this to YouTube later, and we'll fucking catch you next week when we step into the arena.